Welcome to Unit 2, which I call danglies, even though that's not actually a technical term, but you're going to see why I call it that here in a second. This unit is where we start the actual work of diagramming, which is you have to start mentally connecting words that are working together so that you understand what the function of the sentence is. So we start diagramming pretty much the same way we started with Unit 1. So question number 1, what is the subject in the sentence? So you're looking for the person, place, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. What is it? Yep, that's easy. We got Aries. The second thing we want to ask is what's the action? And you're looking for the complete action, so make sure you keep any helping verbs with it. So what's the action? Yep, ran. So the sentence diagram starts very similar to what you would have seen in Unit 1, and that is Aries ran. That is our main idea. But now we have to start talking about what are the details. So the word cruel. What is cruel describing? Well, it's describing Aries. If a word is describing another word, descriptors, I call them danglies, because they dangle under that word on a 45-degree angle. So since cruel describes Aries, cruel is going to go underneath Aries. So what about the word the? What is the describing? Sometimes students struggle with this a little bit, but here's my question. Is there a difference between a chair and the chair? If I point behind my desk and say, bring me the chair, I'm saying I want a specific one, the one that's next to my desk. If I say I want a chair, I'm saying I want any chair in the room. I just want to be able to sit down. So the word the is actually an adjective. It is describing Aries. It's saying I'm looking at a specific Aries. If it describes Aries, it dangles under Aries. Now, if you notice, I don't have enough room on my line, so I'm going to have to extend that line out because you don't want to have lines join on the ends. Now, the is capitalized in the sentence, so I have to keep it capitalized here. The cruel Aries. Now, in the diagram, you can now see that these words are related because they connect. Now, let's go over here. Very. Does very describe ran? Because that's where a lot of people are going to try and put it. Well, ask yourself, can you say he very ran? No, you can't. That sounds incredibly awkward. So very is actually not describing ran. So what is it describing? Well, did he run kind of fast? Did he run sort of fast? Did he run blindingly fast? No, to all of those. He ran very fast. Very is describing what kind of fast he ran. So very is describing fast. It's going to have to dangle under fast. But if you notice, I don't have fast anywhere on the diagram yet, so I actually can't do that now. I've got to go ahead and diagram fast so that I can then diagram very. So what does fast describe? Fast is describing the running. So since fast describes ran, I have to put it under ran. Again, you see 45 degrees. Fast. And now I have a problem. Very is dangly, so I know it has to be on a 45-degree angle. I also know that it has to go underneath fast. So that gives me fast, under fast, 45-degree angle, and that's a problem because now this line and this line aren't connecting. But how do I tell people that two ideas are related to each other? I connect them. So how am I supposed to do this if the word lines aren't connected? Well, it's a lot simpler than you think. I have two lines at 45-degree angles. I need to connect them to say that this word describes that word. I just draw a line connecting it. Now, at this point, this connection says that this word is related to that word. This connection tells you that these two words are related. These connections tell you these words are related to Aries. And now, in this diagram, all the words tell you what relationships they have with other words in the sentence. So that's the goal for Unit 2 Danglies. You have to start mentally connecting. Again, if you look at a word and say, I don't know whether this is an adverb that it should dangle under ran, or I don't know if it's a helping verb and it should be up here with ran, you can either look at your instructional materials in Unit 2 and ask yourself those adverb questions. If it answers an adverb question, it's going to dangle. Or you can go back and look at Unit 1 and look at the video on helping verbs and ask yourself, remember the timeline, and ask yourself, does this change the timeline? Because remember, if a word moves you on the timeline, so if you have a timeline and a word moves you either into the future or it moves you into the past, that's a helping verb, and it's going to be diagrammed up here on top of the line. So, good luck. Go give it a try. If you're confused, ask questions. And remember, practice is where you can make mistakes and not have any penalty. You just have to get your head wrapped around how to do the diagrams before you take the test. See you soon.